Hello, everyone. Wow, we're here. We're queer.
Get used to it.
If this is your first time here on the channel, welcome.
Hi.
I'm
Nice to
Emile,
meet you.
and wow,
Nice to meet you.
wow.
You doing the entire intro?
I was gonna say my name for the people. If this is their first time here, they don't know my name. So hi.
I read it on your page.
No, that's not necessarily true. They might have just clicked the video because it's a beautiful thumbnail or something.
Well, here we are.
I'm Emile Ennis Jr. Are you gonna say your name?
My turn. I'm AJ Gibson, his husband.
Somebody is sassy today. I asked him for lips or chapstick, and he went on a whole tangent about how we were trying to find it last night. Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, you gave a 3, 2, 1 countdown and then did that?
Do you have any chapstick?
No.
Damn.
Lick your lips.
It's not enough.
We have a call in 18 minutes.
It's okay. Well, it's not gonna take that long. Okay. You don't know where any chapstick is?
We looked last night. Did we find it?
Okay.
We went through this just last night.
Sassy. If this is your first time here,
Yeah.
you might have missed quite a few things. Back in like 2018, we did a boyfriend Q&A, and that was the first introduction of our relationship kind of to the public in a detailed form.
Did we do that in the park?
No, we did it in our bedroom.
Okay, wait, hold on. I don't know why I went around my glasses. I just go like,
And then AJ proposed in 2020,
yeah.
and then we got married in 2022, and now we're doing a husband Q&A.
Because we're still married.
Yes, in 2023. So it's May. Oh, it's not May. God, it feels like May. It's April now. So it's almost been a year. But I asked you guys to send some questions. So we're gonna go through and answer some of your questions that you sent on the gram.
To be fair, we haven't even gone on their honeymoon yet. We're going in a couple of weeks. So we're like in like the newlywed phase still.
All right. So AJ, my husband.
Yes.
Since we got married, there's a lot of marriage questions, but then there's also people who started following us since the wedding who maybe are new to the journey. We've been together for almost 11 years now.
Okay, that's a long time.
So one question is, when did you guys meet? If you haven't seen the boyfriend Q&A or the TikTok or any other time we've mentioned it, here's a quick recap of how we met.
We actually have on camera the first time we really met.
And we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV show for America's Got Talent. Tonight we'll be covering week 1, night 2, and week 2, night 1.
That's tricky.
Yeah, that's tricky. My name is Emile Ennis Jr., and tonight I'm joined with 3 lovely co-hosts, so I'll let them introduce themselves.
All right, I am Kira Bate.
Ladies first,
Thank
of
you.
course.
And I'm Kaori Take.
And I'm AJ Gibson. Thank you. And I'm lovely.
Lovely.
We're all lovely.
And that was 11 years ago this coming month.
Oh yeah, because was it May?
Yeah.
Wow, May of 2012.
Because the summer shows are getting ready to start.
That's honestly, that feels like, I was gonna say it feels like a long time ago, and it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
That was a
Together
very
for
long time ago.
A very long time.
Wow, we've been together for a while.
You guys love each other.
What personality trait first interested you in your spouse, and which one sort of scared you?
Ooh.
Personality trait first interested me in myself. You know what? I'll go first.
Okay.
The first trait for me was that AJ was super kind. When I met AJ, I was going through a very rough time in my life. I moved out here and I was working for a production company, and I was with them for a year, and it felt like there was no loyalty, and all of a sudden I got no shifts. Now that I've been in the industry for so long, I can see that it was nothing personal. That's just how the game is. But I was getting no shifts, and I was stressed out. I was broke, and I just needed a friend to talk to, not my roommates. I just needed somebody who could relate. And
It was me?
yeah, remember we would talk for hours after
I know it was me.
our show together, which you saw when we first met. And we just became friends first, and he was just a listening ear. He wasn't trying to get with me or anything at the beginning. He literally, Kingston, go lay down.
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 You can lay there. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
But no, he was a listening ear for me, and I needed that. The trait that scared me was, I think he was a flirt, which I found out, later on when he started flirting with me, and I was like, oh, like, he's attractive, he's flirtatious, and I didn't know if he was fully available to me. So as I started to become attracted to him even more so, and like wanting to pursue possibly a relationship, I was nervous that it wouldn't be reciprocated because I didn't know if he was ready to be locked down to somebody like me who is still struggling with his identity and being in the closet and those different things.
I was in my flirtatious era.
And what about for you?
The thing that I loved about you immediately was that you are, and still are, very passionate, and you believe in your dreams wholeheartedly.
Sure do.
Like, you waver in moments, but you never actually go off course. And that, to me, has been a really stabilizing factor in my life, and I love it.
Yeah, stabilizing factor.
The thing that scared me the most about you was super easy. You were in the closet when I met you, and I didn't know that you would ever get to a place where you would be comfortable in this relationship. So it was hard for me to envision it at first. For the first couple of years, to be honest.
I received that. How long were y'all talking before you decided to date, and who brought up the idea?
5 months.
Yes.
5 months.
And the idea was brought up through a text exchange, kind of, where we were texting one night. He had gone to the beach. I remember this specifically. He had gone to the beach and he was doing some bike rides and he had some drinks that day. Hopefully not while you were on the bike.
Oh, with my sister?
Yeah.
Oh no, we were riding bicycles. I think we were a little tipsy.
Okay, so he was tipsy, and I remember he got home that day, he was texting me, and then he left me a voice note. He called, and he was talking to me, and he said something to the effect of, do you think we could ever be together? Because at this point, he knew that, I think I told him I was bi, and he was like, do you think we could ever be together? And I was like, I don't know, because I didn't know how I was gonna come out of the closet, tell my family, tell my friends, and all these different things. So I didn't know if I could actually make that happen.
Yeah.
So he was the first person who initiated it, and then we really started to get closer. And I remember we were in his bedroom one day talking.
I reached out to you on the encouragement of my sister,
Yeah.
who I spent the day with. The irony of that statement, if you followed our journey,
Yeah, we won't
go down that rabbit hole.
But I remember we were in the bedroom, and he literally said, it was a tough conversation because he was saying, I don't know if I could go through the process of dealing with somebody who is still in the closet again, like dating somebody like that.
And having to sort of come out again a second time. I'd already done it all.
And because of that, that's why I ended up coming out in the way I came out. There's a whole nother video for that if you're new here. And when I came out, that's when we started dating. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
He helped me come out. Let's see. What part of the wedding planning was the most difficult to decide on?
Gosh, for me, probably the budget, because this one didn't believe in the word.
What, me?
Yeah, so I remember going to book our photographer and videographer team, like the team, and the media team, and when I heard the number, because they showed us all these packages, and of course he goes right to the bottom of the list, the most expensive one that has everything, right? All the bells and whistles.
I'm just gonna make sure it's still recording while he drags me.
Oh wow. You're nervous right now.
No, I'm not nervous.
So
That's true.
when we got to that number, in my brain, I was like, wait. That's how much weddings cost where I come from.
I would just like to show the proof.
Like, I grew up in small town Ohio.
The
That was
quality.
enough for like multiple weddings, and it was just the cost of that team.
Can I defend myself?
The defendant and counsel will please rise.
I knew immediately that we were going to be spending a lot more money than I ever thought, and I wasn't sure. I didn't see it as an investment. I wanted the house. I wanted the down payment on a house.
Oh my God, am I blocking your face?
No,
Listen,
never.
we have lots of wedding questions, and I will say for this, well, let me answer your question first, and then I'll piggyback on his. The most difficult thing to decide on when it came to planning the wedding for me, I think was...
I have another answer.
Well, how are you going to give two when I didn't...
I think I know your answer.
What is my answer?
If you think about it.
What?
Planning a destination wedding out of the country during a pandemic,
Yes.
knowing that many of our elder family members probably wouldn't be able to come.
That was very difficult.
That was
I was
hard.
struggling to think, and
But it's what we wanted. So
the thing is, it was over a year of planning. Actually, it was about a year of planning, and excuse me, I had to burp.
Ooh, reflux. Okay.
Could your heartburn be a sign your health is in danger?
Okay, reflux.
We've been dealing with some acid reflux stuff.
We're in our reflux era for sure.
But I think that I know for the camera and the video and all that stuff, I just wanted it to be documented in a way that I could share it. And I revealed this to him like months later after he like let me say, hey, I want to do this package that includes
Spend
like all
of
this.
our money.
And the reason why is because I knew that because we were doing a destination wedding, there were going to be people in our family who weren't going to, who we know and love, who weren't, not the ones who don't support us, there shade. There are people in our family who why do I have to be so shady? There are people in our family who I knew weren't going to be able to join us, and I wanted to be able to give them the experience through the photos, through the videos. And this photo right here, if you haven't seen the TikTok on AJ's TikTok, by the way, we weren't really on TikTok like that, and then our wedding went viral.
Our wedding's been viewed over 35 million times on our social media.
And we're talking about on
channels.
TikTok, on Instagram,
Wild.
on any video that includes our wedding or the photos.
And it's mostly love, but there is some hate. And I think it's also important for the family that maybe wasn't going to come or the people who maybe don't see like this sort of representation. It was also important for them because they still see the photos.
Yeah.
They still see the videos. And even if we can chip away like 5 or 10%, you know, at their hearts, tug at their heartstrings just a little bit, that's an improvement.
And I'll talk about the hate a little later, but yeah, so the point is, it was important. I know it was a big portion of our budget, but it was important for me, not for social media necessarily, but even more beyond that, so that I could, because I'm an editor outside of doing stuff on camera, I went to school for editing. So I wanted to create a movie, a visual for those members who could not attend.
And
so
we'll
they
have
could watch
that forever, too, just for ourselves as well. It's so cool.
And they could feel like they were there. And then also, we know that there are people who have been invested in our relationship for a long time, and it feels weird when people come up to us because I'm like, oh God, they know so much. But then also, it's a beautiful thing because I love when people see our relationship, see how we met, see how we interact with each other, see how we communicate, and they're like, I want something like that.
And there are a lot of people that we wanted to invite to the wedding that we didn't. We didn't invite like extended family. There are a lot of friends that we wish we could have invited, but we wanted to keep it around 100. And we knew we were going to a foreign country, so it was difficult to make those decisions. So this way we get to sort of share the wedding with everybody.
Yeah, everyone
is welcome.
Okay.
I keep trying to look over your shoulder at the questions.
Can you do the chapstick challenge? I vaguely remember what that is, but no, we can't, because if you remember what happened at the beginning of this video, we can't find the chapstick.
You just put that in there. That's not.
No, I didn't. It's a real question. I literally am going to put the people just right there. Can you do the chapstick challenge?
Oh, you set me up. Did you read that ahead of time?
No, I didn't. I don't read these ahead of time. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't read these ahead of time. I just like whatever. Okay. Oh, your mom. I'm not shy. Do you boys love your mamas to the moon and back? Yes.
Wait, which mom? Your mom said that?
No, I said your mom.
Wait, my mom said that?
Yes.
I'm not shy sounds like something your mom would say.
When I say your mom, because he assumes that my mom is his mom now. He says that that he's my mom's favorite son, which we know is not true.
I talked to her a couple days ago for 30 minutes.
Okay, I talk to your mom about Love is Blind all the time, so let's talk about it.
Kingston.
By the way, Kingston, go lay down.
Do you want to come? Okay, you want to make an appearance? Come here. Just really quickly. I know it. Oh gosh. Oh wow.
Gosh.
Oh gosh.
Don't drop our son.
Oh gosh. There.
Don't knock over the camera. See, Kingston, that's why you can't. No, Kingston, no. Go lay down. Go lay down, because now you're messing up the audio. Go lay down.
Dad, he's in trouble.
Go lay down.
This is the family shot. Look, really quickly.
Okay.
We
are a family,
okay,
like a giant tree. Oh, I thought you were going to sing the song with
me. I never know the words. I always get them wrong.
Okay, go lay down.
Go lay down.
Go lay down. Lay down.
We'll watch Dream Girls later.
Lay down.
Go to your bed.
Kingston.
This is like
sorry.
Watching over the Pride Land.
Yes, Mom and Mom, we do love you. Our moms were such an integral part of our wedding.
Yeah.
And I honestly, like, if you've seen the wedding, you saw all the special moments that we had with our moms. They walked us down the aisle. We had our first dances with them.
My mom still gives me updates on how well our TikTok is doing of our first dance. She texts me the number every now and then because she gets really excited.
It was just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I saw his mom before he even saw me when I went back behind the theater with my mom.
I didn't see her till the moment she walked me down the aisle.
Yeah.
Because I walked down first.
But as I was saying, I saw her. I saw her, and she started crying, and I felt bad because I didn't want her to ruin her makeup or anything. And it was...
While she was getting her hair and makeup done, I didn't get to see her because our entire wedding fell apart.
Oh yeah, I saw her doing her hair and makeup too.
And I was like saving the day. So.
But yeah, so I saw her, and it was just a beautiful moment before, and then I was in the bathroom with my mom, and we were like talking, and then all of a sudden they're like, it's starting, and we were like, oh, and then the day just went by like that, but our moms were so,
supportive and loving.
It was just something so special having them down there, and something that I don't think either one of us will ever forget for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
So
how's your sex life?
Since getting married, has your sex life changed?
Yep.
I heard
It's
after
changed.
the honeymoon phase, it changed. First of all, okay, let's pause it right here.
Nothing.
Let's pause it right here.
Nothing.
We're not going to sit up here and put slander on the internet. We've been together for, like we said, almost 11 years. So the quote-unquote honeymoon phase, that was like
9 years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So I don't necessarily think our sex life changed.
Sex is life, and life is beautiful.
So a lot of people, it looks like, were asking or did ask us about kids. This one was very specific. They said, would you like to have kids? And if you're comfortable sharing, how? Adoption, foster, surrogate, donor. Do we want kids? Yes. I've always said from the jump, whenever we've had a kids conversation, that I just want to be in a great place financially. Just because I want to make sure that we can provide a life for our kids that I would want for them and that we would want for them. And unfortunately, like I said, I think honestly that's why I get bummed when things changed after the wedding financially for us, because we were on an uptick, it felt like.
Yeah, we could have put a down payment on a house, or adopted a child and had the money for that.
Yeah, but I don't even think it's an or. Like in my life and the way that I've always operated, I believe that you don't have to sacrifice one thing in order to get another. Sure. So in my, and I still believe this. I believe we can have it all. So I wanted, and I'll just be completely honest about this. I wanted the fabulous wedding. Like I wanted the wedding. And could we have put a down payment down on the house? Absolutely. Could we have possibly put something towards however we're going to have kids? Absolutely. However, I wanted to have the wedding, and that's something that is special to me and to him now. How we're having the kids, I don't necessarily know.
Yeah.
I don't think we've thought.
I don't really care how we have kids. If there are biological children, if they're adopted, like we don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think for me, the content that we've created through our wedding is bigger than just, we want to have this to look back on, we want to share this with our family and friends. For me, this has been part of our legacy, right? So long after we're gone, the internet is still going to exist. And young, queer or questioning kids around the world can access our content. And so it would have been really nice to put a down payment on a house or whatever, but then we'd just be sitting in that house. Instead, we have made the decision to showcase and to share our love, which is a really vulnerable decision. It's not always easy, but love is the only way forward, period. So I think that it's important that we just share that. And for me, that is our legacy. It's why we do this. It's why we try to pick ourselves up every time somebody tells us to go, take our lives. It's gross and it's hurtful, but we choose love time and time again.
Have you not thought about, because I just want to make sure, since we had so many people ask about kids, we kind of just brushed it off. Have you had any thoughts about how? I know you're saying we don't know, but
yeah, sure. As far as having kids, I want kids. I've always wanted kids. I wanted to be a father of 3 for the longest time. Now I think that's a bit much. I could settle on 2.
Yeah, I told him 3 wasn't happening.
Right? I had my kids named in 7th grade. Buy my book and you'll know their names.
I told them those names were not it either. Go ahead.
So I've always wanted to be a father. I will be honest. The older I get, the further it moves down my priority list. Just because this road hasn't been easy for us, right? So the idea of bringing a child into the situation and possibly exposing them to hate is scary. Now, there's also the potential that we could raise that child or those children to be wonderful, loving advocates for our community or members of our community, who knows? And that's beautiful, right? And that's how you create lasting change in the world, by raising the next generation to do better. So that's exciting, but also scary. And I think that the state of the world is also so scary. Everything is just everything everywhere all at once. It's falling apart.
Great movie.
It's a lot. And so the idea of bringing a child into this world feels very different than it felt even 10 years ago. So yeah, we want kids, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
There's been a lot of changes within the first year of marriage. And the first year of marriage has been difficult. Not from a...
Has it?
Yes.
Oh.
Not from a relationship standpoint.
Yeah, oh no.
Our life has been difficult.
Yeah.
He lost his job. Work's been slow for me. And when I say lost, he got laid off back in December. Work's been slow for me. And there's just a lot of changes happening around us that we don't have control of.
Those first weeks, though, were hot.
Yeah, the first weeks were great. It's been a journey.
It's been a challenge.
And I will say, you know, when people talk about the first year, and they talk about, you know, the struggles and the challenges, I can't imagine, you know, for a couple or relationship that hasn't been together as long as we have, dealing with some of the things that we've dealt with.
But we've dealt with them for so many years, though. We happen to have a couple of really great years with our careers and financially, which was such a blessing because we were able to pay for this wedding and give all of our family and friends, our loved ones, this experience. That never would have happened had we planned this wedding like next year. Right.
And I think that's the beautiful thing is we were able to, because financially 2021 and even 2022 were beautiful years. First half of 2022 were beautiful years financially, and then things just changed for us. I wish that it didn't happen. Like
it's temporary though. Like we've been through this.
I like to be fully transparent with everybody though, just so you know, because I think sometimes people only see and hear the gloss and the glam, and they see the fabulous wedding and stuff. So I just want to be fully transparent that it has been not as glamorous, and there are really rough, low moments that I think had we not back in like 2013 both been unemployed together and dealt with these low moments and these losses, we might not have been able to navigate it as well as we have been. And so, you know, earlier you talked about my passion, and so I am very passionate about, you know, making sure that we're staying on track and building ourselves back up, and same with him for me, because we have these dreams, we have these goals, and even though we're in this moment right now, we know, like he said, it is temporary.
That's this industry.
Yeah.
And like the whole world is sort of feeling it right now too, so.
Oh, somebody said, have you found a new job yet? I haven't stopped asking God to bless you with a good paying job.
Oh, are they talking to me? Probably because I lost my job in December. You're so sweet. I love this man so much. We spent the last couple of weeks completely building a brand new website for me, and he's just so brilliant. He literally teaches himself how to do everything, and my website is phenomenal. www.ajgibsontv.com. Who says www? But I'm really, really proud of it, and he just created something that's so beautiful.
I love that he's highlighted me, but have you found a new job yet?
No, can I finish?
No, go ahead.
Oh, wow. But on there, we were able to highlight my other things that I do as opposed to just me as a TV host, which I love. You know, I worked in radio the last few years. We have a podcast together. I've got a book that came out in 2018. I am a motivational speaker, a keynote speaker, and we actually highlighted all of those things on there. So we're putting it out. I would love to get back on the road and give keynotes, you know, more and more. I did give one right when I was laid off, and that was sort of a blessing. It came out of nowhere, and they reached out and they said, listen, our keynote speaker canceled, and the event is in a week. Can you be here and give us a talk for an hour? And I did, and I was really proud of myself, and it reminded me of how much I just love getting out there on the road and communicating with people. So he's helping me to plant the seeds, and work will come out of it. Yeah, I'm not worried.
Yeah. But the answer right now is technically no.
I don't have a job right now.
But
I've said it multiple times, I'm unemployed.
Stay ready so you don't have to.
My job is to be a husband.
Wow.
Get ready.
Stay ready so you ain't I just wanted one finish of a sentence. Stay ready so you don't have to.
Get ready.
My favorite sentence. My favorite sentence of all time. All he had to do was just give me that little bit. Jesus. How do you keep the love alive daily? I don't know. You tell me. I'm just kidding.
My kindness that he alluded to earlier.
Cooking is something. Feeding. If you feed me, the love is there. I love food, and whenever he cooks for me or I cook for him, and we have our meals together, I think that really makes me.
That makes you, when he puts out, it makes me feel loved. I love it.
It's not all about sex.
I'm not allowed to say that?
No.
We are married.
We are more than sex. That's not how we keep the love alive daily, because we don't have sex daily. So how do we keep the love alive daily? Exactly.
We're working on it.
We're not having sex daily, so how do we keep the love alive daily?
Well, maybe we could try.
Okay,
let's try like 30 days.
Or maybe we can try just answering what they're actually asking. How do we keep the love alive daily? Because it's not through sex. For me, it's food. What is it for you? Why do you love me every day?
No, that's not the question.
Okay,
the question is how do we keep it alive?
Okay, so how do we keep it alive?
I try to create a space and an environment for us to feel comfortable in, and I clean and cook constantly.
He cleans constantly.
Yeah.
He cleans constantly. He does not cook constantly.
I made you 3 meals yesterday. How many meals did you eat?
Oh my God, y'all. He does this. Oh my God, let me tell you. Oh my God, I cannot believe he just did this right now. So literally, I made a comment about how I cook way more than he does. I cook salmon. I cook a lot of the same things. But I cook shrimp. I cooked shrimp the other night. I could cook all the time. And I made a comment to him literally yesterday or the day before yesterday about this. And then he cooked 3 meals yesterday because of that comment that I made. And he really just tried to make it seem like you cook 3 meals every single day. Oh, I cooked 3 meals yesterday. When was the last time you cooked 3 meals besides yesterday in a day?
I buy groceries all the time.
That's not what I'm saying though. I said I cook more than you. I said what I said.
Do you see why he was attracted to my kindness?
I said what I said.
Y'all have inspired me to go out here and be myself. Period. That wasn't the question, but I love that.
Good.
And I think that's why,
No.
going back to the hate,
Yeah, sure.
because we get a real talk.
So much.
We get a lot of hate, y'all. Like I have
It's
been
hard.
struggling recently, and he knows this, for the last couple of weeks with trying to navigate being public on social media with our relationship and like trying to quote unquote inspire people just with our love.
And people telling us to kill ourselves and that we're
Yeah,
going to burn in hell.
and that we're going to hell,
Like
and
every
if you
day.
were in my
A
country,
lot.
you're going to jail. Like, there's so much hate that we get on a daily
come
basis.
here, we'll burn you alive. Like, what? It's
And we're
just-
like, okay.
Yeah.
And so it's comments like that.
Hurt people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's literally comments like that that keep us going, because I remember, and we've talked about this before, growing up, the representation that we had on television was few and far between.
Non-existent. Yeah.
And so the fact that I could literally say the 3 things that I watched, and that's the only thing that I saw, besides like a stereotypical character that was a side character on a main show.
Yeah.
I mean,
and most of the representation looked like me.
Yeah.
To be fair.
shows that actually had the main focus of our community. The only ones that I remember are Noah's Ark, Will
right.
and Grace, and Degrassi. And I've talked about that before,
Yeah.
where I saw a character where I was like, oh, they're doing things and I can relate to certain things in that thing, right? So I love that there's so many people who are showing the broad spectrum of our community, whether it be on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we're getting all of this hate, I think it's a beautiful thing, because it shows, one, we've come so far, but clearly we still have so far to go.
Yeah, and it's to me, all of the anti-LGBTQ bills, all the targeting of our trans brothers and sisters and people of color, I think it's all about this older generation making one last stand in our country to sort of keep things, as they've always been. So as much as it hurts right now, and it does, and it's scary, and we need to take it very seriously, we can also take some solace in the fact that it's happening because we have made leaps and bounds in our fight for equality.
Yes.
So we just have to keep doing that and try really hard to just sort of like put the hatred aside and focus on the goal, which is love and acceptance.
Yes.
Right? It is difficult though, because we get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
And we're human. And
But also we can
hurts.
handle it. We have our moments, but then we're like,
And when
it's fine.
when we have people that we love dearly, family in our own lives, that maybe not, they would never say those things to us, but they feel some kind of way about our relationship. When we hear it from complete strangers, it immediately in the back of our minds, I think all of a sudden we're like, well, some of our own family sort of feels this way about us, so it hurts deeper. So it almost feels like our family saying it when it's not actually them. So it's difficult to navigate. But we're here. We're not going anywhere.
is there any truth to the saying that the first year of marriage is the hardest so far? We kind of already answered that, I guess, but
I think my answer is a little different from yours.
Oh.
It hasn't been for me. The job stuff has been tricky, right? The marriage has been great.
Yeah.
I've been pleasantly surprised with the marriage. I thought it was going to make this big change, because we always hear people say like, why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Did you though? Because we've been together for so long. I didn't think that I personally didn't think it was going to change.
I did. I watched like Goldie Hawn and like Kurt Russell, and they've been dating for decades, and they say they don't want to get married because it ruins it. Or like Joy Behar on The View is the same thing. Like, don't ruin it. Don't get married. Just be together. And so that crossed my mind. I thought it might change, but I actually feel like we're a little bit more patient and compassionate and kind with each other since the marriage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The biggest question that I've received, and I don't know if you received this too, but the biggest question that I've received from friends or fans or whoever asked.
Fans, okay.
I mean, to be fair, then I say fans because after the wedding happened and it went viral, we literally had people stopping us on the street,
screaming,
going at our neighbor.
It happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we? That guy, or 2 days ago at the grocery store? At Target.
Oh yeah, he was like, oh my God.
He approached us very rapidly.
I just had to say, I loved your wedding so much. And we're like, it's almost a year later. But
he was like pointing in our face.
Yeah, it was a lot.
We love it.
But I loved it. And yes, but I say all that to say, the biggest question that people ask is, in that first year of marriage, or now that you guys are husbands, I guess. I think people ask this because we've been together for so long. They're like, what's the biggest change? Like what's different? What feels different? And for me, I tell them that the difference is kind of like he said, there feels like after we got married, there is more, pressure isn't the right word, but more responsibility to be there for your partner, right? So because we were boyfriends for the longest, then engaged, there was already a responsibility there, but regardless, there's always in the back of your mind, even if you never plan to act on it, I can walk away from this. Like, I'm not tied to this. Once you get married, though, technically you can get divorced. You can still walk away.
He's still good, but for
us, though, and for me, I see it as if we have any conflict, if we have any issues, if he's struggling or I'm struggling, I need to work my hardest to make sure that we work through this together and that we're there for each other in the lowest of moments, in the highest of moments, that we're giving our full selves and supporting each other in the best way, that we're both coming to the relationship as whole individuals and really creating a partnership that is going to make us thrive. That is something that I felt like we were doing before the marriage, but I feel it even more so, and I can confidently say that we're doing that now.
It's like 20% better now.
Yeah.
Like it's marginal, but it feels important and it feels special. And he's a really great partner.
So are you.
And I try to be. Usually I think that I am.
You are.
And yeah, it's been better since we've been married.
I would agree with that. Is there anything you would want to do differently looking back on your wedding? No.
No, not a thing.
Not a thing. If you watched the wedding video, which you haven't, go back and watch it now.
Yeah, because the whole thing fell apart 3 hours before because of a rainstorm. It just came together. And that's how we know. That's how we know that we are loved. That God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, was looking out for us that day. Because we spent a year meticulously planning every detail.
Yeah.
3 hours before the whole thing.
Watch the video.
Watch the video. It's
So yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
No.
Can I say the fireworks thing though? It was not a change.
Yeah, but I would like that refund.
Yeah.
I would like to get that money back.
We had fireworks planned to a specific song, and it couldn't happen because of the rain, but we never got our refunds.
We're gonna do it someday.
Yeah, we are gonna do it someday.
We did not get a penny back.
Did not. How's sex after marriage? Is it more blissful? The first time after we got married and we were able to say husband,
he called me Mr. Gibson.
Yeah.
Or no, I called him Mr. Gibson. He asked me to call him Mr. Gibson.
I don't remember that. I just remember husband.
A few times.
I don't remember that. I remember husband.
Are you telling the truth right now?
Yeah, I remember.
You don't remember me asking me to call you?
No, I remember husband.
You never said.
I remember husband.
You're lying to the camera.
I said what I said.
He's lying.
I said husband. That first time was beautiful.
Wow.
And yeah. So is it more blissful?
No. Is it less truthful? Apparently.
See how he focuses on one thing?
You lied!
You ain't even answering the question though.
You're
bringing up Mr. Gibson. The question was the sex more blissful?
No, it was hotter because you wanted me to call you Mr. Gibson.
No. Jesus Christ.
The Lord's name?
Lord. Favorite vacation you've ever taken together? 3, 2, 1. Thailand.
Thailand was special because it was our first real international trip together, just the two of us.
And we went to Tokyo before.
And met up with my best friend Therese for 10 hours.
These videos are also on the channel.
They're on there.
But also the food. We love Thai food.
Unreal.
And even the food that wasn't Thai food, the food that was we went to this Italian restaurant.
The best Italian food I've ever had.
It was so good.
Outside of Italy.
For us, we love food, we love adventures, and we were able to walk the streets and just explore the local town. This is a completely different person, but same kind of vein. Will you continue to video your vacation? My only way to see the world is through your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I love that. Yes, if we might have something coming up. So yes, the answer is yes. When we do travel, we will be recording.
My dream is to travel the world with him and get paid to do it.
Yes.
Whether that is a show on a streaming platform or on network television or on the web somewhere, that's my dream. if we have to live our lives as content creators, traveling the world to show LGBTQ plus travelers where they can go and live their best lives, we're happy to do it. So that's my personal dream. So absolutely.
If Kingston, our dog, could come with us, that would be amazing.
Because boarding gets expensive.
But also, I know that he
No.
probably can't. No, go lay down.
Lay down.
Go lay down.
Here's his name. He misses us.
Lay down.
Lay down.
My husband and I struggle in communicating well during arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Was that ever an issue for you two, and how did you work it out? We went to couples therapy before the wedding for about 3 or 4 months, and
it was a non-starter for me. I said, listen, before we get married, I expect us to go to a significant amount of therapy together, period.
I think for us, the biggest thing, because communication is always the one of the biggest issues in any relationship. For us, even in our most heated arguments, one thing that we always try to do, one thing that we always do is if we are in an argument and it's to the point where we're in separate rooms, we do not leave the house. Because I don't think that, I always say I don't want me to leave or him to leave, and then something happened to him, and the last time we had an argument, we were in a fight.
It's also very
or the last time
manipulative.
I saw him,
When a partner is leaving like that, it's manipulation. They're trying to control the situation. They're trying to make you feel scared and insecure and less than. And as mad as I get at him, and vice versa, and I do get mad, I would never, ever leave. I'll go to the other room.
Now, if he came to me and said, hey, I'm sorry, this is just a lie, I need to go work out, or hey, I need to go to Target or something, that's different. But when they just leave without talking to you, I can't deal with that. Mm-hmm. And so we don't do that. The other thing too, though, is, and this is something that's gotten better through the engagement and especially through the marriage, is that we definitely both know that we're coming from a place of love. No matter what the issue is, neither one of us is actually trying to hurt the other person. It literally is miscommunication in terms of, or more so misunderstanding of he not understanding necessarily what I'm saying, and I'm not understanding where he's coming from, and us kind of having to put ourselves in their shoes to figure out.
Yeah. Queer people have a lot of trauma. Mm-hmm. We just do. And we're not always aware of it in how or when it's going to pop up and rear its ugly head. Yeah. And what we have found out, and what we try to hold on, because we've had some big fights. I think our biggest fights were leading up to the wedding, actually. Mm-hmm. We were so stressed out and wanted it to be so perfect for our guests and for ourselves. And the thing that we have to remember, that I try to remind myself, because I have some abandonment issues, right? Probably from my dad leaving when I was a child, and I've worked through this in therapy, but sometimes it pops up again in arguments. And I just want to know that he's not going to leave me, because that's usually my biggest fear. And so, as similar as we are, and as often as we complete each other's sentences and know what each other are thinking, we're not mind readers. Nobody is. And so when we really argue, usually 9 times out of 10, we're both actually saying the same thing, but we're approaching it from our perspective, which can be very, very different. So I think that my way makes the most sense, it's the most logical, and he thinks the same. So it escalates, and we try to constantly explain ourselves because we feel like we're being misunderstood. And that is actually, I think, for both of us, the thing that hurts the most. Yeah.
Somebody said, no question, you both are great together. Thank you. Another big question besides the kids, when is the pod coming back? When is Confess Your Mess coming back?
Somebody else just asked me that today on my Instagram.
Yeah, people are asking. We're trying.
Yeah.
We're trying.
We have plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting to work. We wanted to be in our love bubble and be newlyweds for a while, which is why our last episode was right before our wedding. Mm-hmm. And we've had a great first year of marriage, so we've been focusing on that. Yeah. For us, we were like, we'll get back to it when we feel it.
Period.
And we feel it right now, so get excited.
Yeah. I love you too. If I come to Miami, will you be my tour guide? Wait.
Miami?
Are you saying if you put if I, but do you mean if you come to Miami? Because we can't be, nobody said, will you be my tour guide? We can't be your tour guide. We don't.
Wait, I've never been to Miami.
You've never been to Miami. I've only been there like twice. So.
I've been to Fort Lauderdale. It's not the same.
If we go to Miami, sure, you can be our tour guide. If you could, okay, so we can't answer this question. And I think you know why when I read it. If you could gift anything as a surprise to one another, at a surprise, what would it be? Then would you like the gift?
Okay,
no, I don't want to know.
We can answer this.
No, I don't want to know because I don't.
Sure.
If it's a surprise,
No, we
I
can
don't-
answer this.
I'm not answering because I actually have things that I want to surprise him with.
Okay,
so
well-
I'm not gonna say it. And I don't want to know what you would surprise me with.
Trust me, I'm going to go.
I'm walking out the room. Then.
Sure, no, you're going to hear it.
I'm not. I have to edit this. No, I don't want to hear it.
Sit down. God, you're so dramatic. Okay, I would.
Just ruin the surprise.
My dream would be to get.
Wait. Pause. I just want to hear this. I want you to hear this right now. He said my dream. So he's going to tell me what his dream surprise would be right now instead of just letting me have that surprise. My dream surprise for my husband. I'm just going to say it on camera right now as opposed to letting me experience that one day. But go off.
Why are you so dramatic?
Go off.
My dream would be to like gift you a house. I would never ever do that though, because usually we agree on most features in homes that we look at. Because every time we drive around LA, we see a new build go up. It's like, get on Zillow, look it up. And he gives me the address and I look it up on my phone. And so my dream as a man and as his husband, I know toxic masculinity, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I'm a man and a husband.
I know, but so am I. And so I want to give you a world. So I would love to gift him a house. I would never do it though for two reasons. One, I don't have the money right now. I will. And also, that's a decision he needs to make as well.
Yeah, I would not be happy about that.
So is that okay?
That's fine.
It's almost like I've been on live TV before and I know how
That's
to answer a question.
fine. I have some that
trust me.
I have some, but I can't reveal on camera.
Okay.
So-
Good. You know I love a surprise. Don't tell me.
I'll tell you right now, though, listeners, watchers.
I can watch this.
Oh, you're right. So I can't say it then. Why navy blue for the wedding?
Why navy blue for everything?
So when we met with our designer BJ Gray from Grayscale, AJ said AJ's kind of the one who came up with the color, and we said we were going to choose our fabric together. And
Well, we planned on getting married like by the ocean, so I
Yeah.
was thinking like blue. It's beautiful.
yeah, and we wanted something that we both agreed with, fabric and color wise. And
It's
so
regal.
we looked at different color swatches of blue, and we found one. And I don't know if you can tell, but the blue fabric, it had like this kind of shimmer to it, but it wasn't like a glittery shimmer. It's a light shimmer. Oh, it looked really beautiful.
Yeah.
And
that's just the sky, and that's real.
yeah,
It's
that's
so
real.
weird.
But also, we put a flashlight, like an iPhone flashlight, on the fabric when we were there, so we could see like if you took a photo, what it looked like versus like just natural light. So anyway, I say all that to say we wanted something. I think he wanted something that was different that he hadn't seen necessarily before. We've
I
seen
didn't want to
blue
wear black
before.
or white. It's just like.
We've seen like a deep navy before though,
Yeah.
and this is like a nice vibrant. It
Yeah.
just pops, and we loved it. What are the best TV shows or shows you have binged together or by yourself?
Oh, this one's fun. Okay, so we binge a lot.
Love is Blind for me. I will tell you, I loved every bit of it.
How was the live finale?
Love is Blind was amazing. And he watched first season, and then he wouldn't watch this season.
Well,
for some reason.
after Lauren and Cameron,
Yeah.
right? I can't. There's no other couple.
It's still a great show.
Like, I could never.
And this season was great.
So we've binged recently
Succession.
Succession, which is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my entire life, but also really heavy.
Yeah.
It's like difficult to watch, but it's really, really phenomenal. We always binge Ted Lasso, but we're caught up now.
Yeah.
So we're just watching that as it
Actually,
comes out.
we're behind on that. Now I think about it, we forgot about that.
we are.
But we have been binging RuPaul's Drag Race backwards. So
We're on season 3 or 4
yeah, we're
now.
on season 3, I think now.
Mhm.
And every single finale episode, we get there, and they're like, and now the previous year's winner. And we're like, oh, so
It gets us every
we
time.
ruin it every single time, so we know who's gonna win the season. But
We also
fine.
binged Severance.
Oh,
So
we
good.
definitely binged Severance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what about Swarm?
Oh my gosh. So we still have the finale to watch for that. We didn't watch the finale. No, we
Really?
didn't. No, because you were on your phone for the last episode, and I was like, I want us to be focused.
No, we went back and rewatched it.
No, we didn't. Go. I can pull up the primer now, put the camera on, and show you that we did not watch episode 7.
Okay, so the moment we find out that we actually did.
Okay, so do you want me to do it right now? Because we did not watch episode 7.
Okay, go ahead. Wow, I'm really doubling down on this right
Yes.
now.
Also, I love he's making me do this. Not making me, he's asking me to do this right now when I know for a fact he was on his phone and we didn't watch the episode. So what happened in episode 7? Oh, what's that little line right there to show that I paused it? Do you see on the swarm right there?
Go back.
It's right there. Continue watching where it shows like how much we've watched from that
Go back.
episode. What am I going back? It says resume. We didn't watch it. Do you see the blue line that shows where we are? We didn't. What happened in that episode, AJ?
Well, she
In the finale.
decided she went to Atlanta and she decided to move on and start a new life.
And what do you remember from after that?
And she stayed there.
So we didn't watch it, like I said. Anyway,
What did you watch?
One thing about me, I will prove a point.
Wait, what was the episode where she went? It was a fake.
Well, don't
episode.
give it away. That was the episode before this, episode 6.
That felt like a finale.
Anyway, you just got a glimpse into our
I hate
relationship.
that you were right this one time, because 50% of the time you were not.
I'm right literally 95% of the time, but go off. And he loves me for it.
And you want to be married for 2 years?
And he loves me.
Yeah, we just hit our 1 year anniversary.
Love me. Love me. Love me. Love. You're gonna love.
It's so loud.
Me. You're supposed to do it. Dun, dun, So we have more questions, but I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. So is there anything that you want to say to the people about life or marriage or whatever?
Just anything in life?
Yeah.
So people, come in closer. Just kidding. I would just say that love is difficult, right? In the best case scenario. Queer love is difficult. Interracial love is difficult. Like any variation of love that you might be seeking out or in the midst of can be difficult, right? But if you commit and you work on it and you communicate, the payoff is like just better than anything you could ever imagine, right? And we've tried really hard to to share our love with the world, and it's not always easy, but we keep doing it because we know that it matters. And so if you're watching this right now, thank you. If you're sharing this, thank you, because you're the reason we have a platform. So just thank you, I guess. Thank you for supporting us and for supporting our journey. You've been there every step of the way. From day one, our relationship started on camera, as he mentioned, and we've never not been on camera since. So to still be around 11 years later and to be getting the love and support that we do, in spite of the other stuff, we focus on the love and support, and it comes from you. So thank you.
It is hot in here.
Yeah.
For me, what can I say? Yes, I will agree. Thank you for the love and support. And I know that we don't post on here that often. There's more stuff coming. But yeah, thank you so much for the love and support. For those who do leave us kind messages and words, it really does mean more to us than you know. And it doesn't always drown out the hate, because there can be so much hate.
No.
But if you choose to focus on the love and the joy and the positive and the kindness, I think it really does help in those moments where it can be difficult because of what strangers or people close to us are saying. And yeah, this right here, this whole experience, this wedding was a beautiful moment, but that was just the beginning of our journey, of our marriage bliss in life.
Yeah, and little AJ and little Emile never in a million years would have imagined that was possible.
Yeah.
So you might be in that place right now where you don't see that for yourself, but it's possible.
Yeah.
And you deserve it.
You do deserve. Oh, also, I want to say, because I know I highlighted BJ for the tuxes, but my Cape Bell train was designed by the Shone, and it says everything, and I have to give credit for that,
It's
because
a collaboration.
she just created this beautiful vision, or I had a vision and she brought that vision to life. And I felt like royalty on that day, and it's something that I will never forget. That thing is heavy. I have my favorite photo. I'll put it up here. My favorite photo of that on the mannequin in the dressing room, and
Didn't she also just design costumes for somebody's tour dancers?
She does everybody. Like literally, I can't even pinpoint one thing, because she literally designs for so many people.
She's very talented.
So the fact she took the time to do this for me just means the world to me. And also, the detailing, because what you can't see is it looks like it's just sewn into my jacket. It's actually little hooks that go into the seam of the jacket so that it's removable. So if you'll notice in some of the photos, the cape, no, I didn't take it off at the wedding. It stayed on, but you can remove that. So if you want to just wear the jacket, and that was something that I requested.
The seam hides the...
Yeah. I don't know why I requested that, because I'm never taking that off, but I really want to have that option. I say all that to say I'm grateful to the Shone for giving me that beautiful moment to help my
No,
vision
for
come to
giving
life.
the world that moment.
Listen.
It was a surprise to me.
Yeah, he didn't know.
Had no idea.
He didn't know.
Blew my mind.
So yeah, there's been so much that has happened since the wedding, and so much that happened during the wedding. But again, this is just the beginning of our journey and our life. And you know, sometimes I like to equate it to like those people in high school where that's their pinnacle, where they're like the star or of the team
We
or like
know
whatever.
those people.
This wasn't our pinnacle. This was just another highlight in our life.
Yeah.
I don't ever believe that you should look at your life as, oh, it can never get better than this. I always believe it can get better.
That's good.
And I was excited for this. I love this moment, and I cannot wait for whatever the next moment is. And I know it's going to be something incredible. So stay tuned. I'm going to manifest.
I'm about to surprise you with a house.
Listen, don't tell me. We got to talk about it. I need to see it first. But you know what you could do is, if you want to surprise me with the house, you could show me a house and be like, oh, wouldn't it be cute if we got that? I'm like, oh, send me the Zillow, and I look, oh yeah, that house is
just
gorgeous.
want me to pay for it.
And then you're like, oh, we got it. I'm like, oh,
surprise! Your name is on the deed.
Oh, no, wait a minute. Love you guys. We'll see you very, very soon.